Managing your team's caseload and preventing your colleagues from getting overwhelmed can be tough. Here in the Cases by Workflow dashboard, I can see if any of the social workers on my team seem like they have too many cases. As you can see, the user SSCW6 has a lot more cases than her team members. I'm going to assign a few of her new cases to other users on the team. What does assigning a case mean? How are assignments different from referrals? And what's a transfer? The application has 3 different ways of sharing a case. The first is assigning. This is mostly used for allocating cases within my own team. When I assign a case, the recipient immediately becomes responsible for it. Typically, managers can only assign cases within their own teams. The second way of sharing a case is transferring. This is mainly used for moving cases between organizations when a beneficiary moves, or when their needs are now beyond the purview of your organization. When I transfer a case, the recipient can either accept or reject the transfer. The third way of sharing a case is referring. You probably remember this from earlier when we planned and implemented services for our case. When I refer a case, I am temporarily sharing it with another user, usually so that they can provide a service. Remember, you can revoke a referral at any time. To assign this case to one of my other social workers, I'm going to click into the Actions menu and click Assign. I'm going to assign this case to the user SSCW8, since it seems like they can take on a few more cases based on what I saw in the dashboard. When I log in, I can always tell if somebody has been making updates to my cases or if my manager has assigned me a new case by checking the new and updated dashboard. I'll also get an email or push notification anytime my manager assigns me a new case. Now I can see the new case my manager has assigned me. Looks like it's time for me to get to work. In some situations, you may want to have another organization take responsibility for managing a case which requires specialized care beyond the capacity of your organization. In such a scenario, you will use the transfer action. Here in the Flags dashboard, I can see a note from one of my social workers saying that their case has encountered issues with immigration and will need specialized case management from a partner organization. To transfer this case, I'm going to find the transfer action in the Actions menu. When I transfer a case, I can search for the user I'm sending the case to, filtering by organization and by location. Now when I click into the users list, I'll have only a few users, or in this case, one user, to choose from. I'm logged in as a manager for the Center for Children's Advocacy. When I look at my dashboard, I can see that I have a pending transfer. I can find information about the transfer I've received by going into the Transfers and Assignments form, which is in the Record Information section. Here, I can see who sent the transfer and any note they've added to explain why I've received this case. I can either accept it or reject it. Since it seems like my organization can help out with this case, I'm going to accept this transfer, which means that I am now responsible for this case. I can now assign this case to a social worker on my team.